Tour.
Hello everyone, hope you're all keeping well, and welcome to the third episode of the series where I just sit down for 5 more minutes to talk about all the pressing issues surrounding Tottenham. Now, Luiz Diaz, unfortunately, is set to become a Liverpool player instead of a Tottenham one, and in all honesty, lads, I'm not one bit surprised. I mean, when you offer £15 million less than the fee Porto wanted, then, I mean, where are you going? I mean, how can you possibly expect to get anywhere when you're offering stupid sums of money like that? Porto made it clear they wanted 60 million for this player, nothing more, nothing less. And Daniel Levy, of course, sticking his nose in as usual, said, "Nah, mate, we'll just pay you 45 million, take it or leave it." I mean, fella, you of all people should know, after being chairman of the club for over 20 years, that's not exactly how transfers work. I mean, if you want a transfer, you either negotiate it well with the other club to maybe bring down the price a bit, or at least set a price that both parties can agree on, or you just pay up the money because you can afford it, or because you can afford to spend over 400 million in pound per transfer window, and just get the deal done. I mean, this is just classic Levy, isn't it? I've lost count of how many big players this man has let slip through our grasp. Between Fernandes and Dybala and so many more, it's gotten to the point of just us like, no more now. Enough is enough. But all that being said, Luiz Diaz is a winger. And a winger, now that position is not the most essential position for us to improve upon. I'd much rather we get either a strike partner for Kane or a central attacking midfielder, or even a centre-back to partner Romero, or even Dyer, with the way he's been performing this season. So I don't know why we were after him in the first place, but one thing's for certain, he would have been a better signing than Adama Traore, simply because he's a better player. I mean, his stats are very promising from the Portuguese league. He's had 28 appearances and he's got 16 goals. That alone shows us that he has end product and that he can be a good playmaker in that position. But yeah, I mean, right winger, I mean, Lucas Moura can just play in that position, or even Bergwijn if he starts to improve further, after that fantastic performance against Leicester. So I don't know why we were after him in the first place. I think it was a panic buy from Levy, or way to appease fans, his attempt to say, "Look, lads, I'm trying." When in actual fact, we know what you and what ENIC are about. And I can also guarantee you, if Fabio Paratici was allowed full reign over transfers and was allowed to decide who came in and out of this club, we would have gotten him. And we probably wouldn't have been after him in the first place. We probably would have been after a player that we actually need in a position that we know that we need to get players in. I mean, like replacing Ferguson or even Dembele. But look, there's only a few days left now in the window, and that's one big signing gone. We're after some non-league player now who prefers to banter people on Twitter rather than focus on his career here and like focus on his play and all this crack. So, that's even. I mean, I know classic Levy, but that's ridiculous. I mean, that's just absurd at this point. We were after Amrabat, who was kept on the bench in Flortina by an Arsenal reject. We're getting rid of players, but we're getting rid of the wrong ones. In fact, what was his name? Markande. He was a promising player. He, from all accounts, was an absolute baller in the under 23s. And what did we do? We don't even send him out on loan. We just say, no, oh, thank you, but no thanks. Oh, thanks. We much prefer to have the likes of Matt Doherty in the squad and Ndombele and Ali. You, on the other hand, can just go away permanently. Thank you for your service. Not. I mean, we didn't even send him on loan. So, we sent Jack Clarke on loan, and the other fella, Etete, or whatever his name is. We're getting rid of the wrong players. We need to get rid of our deadwood guys, and we need to bring in players that can improve the squad and drive us forward. It's that simple. And the board probably don't want to see it, because they know that they have to reach into their wallets and get out the money and splash the cash. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And they wonder, some people still wonder why we protest. This is one of the reasons why we protest, because of these transfers. And, we can go after so many players in a last-ditch attempt to improve the squad and stuff, but it won't matter because we've done it too late, and nobody will probably want to sell to us anyway because of our owner. So, I mean, if you ask me, Monday it'll all kick off one way or another, and I hope that the fan base isn't too divided about this. So anyway, I'll leave you by saying in the final words, come on you Spurs, and Levy out.
Tottenham On Tour. Tottenham On Tour.